Welcome to a new Monday morning routine. It's Coffee with Strangers with Kelli Lemon.
Hey, it's Kelli, and today I'm at Ledbury to have coffee with co-founder Paul Trible. Paul's originally a Newport news guy who, while studying in Oxford over 10 years ago, decided to open a men's shirt company right here in Richmond. I start off the show by cheersing.
Hey, cheers.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Yeah.
I know what you do, but who are you and what do you do in the city?
My name's Paul Trible. I'm co-founder and CEO of Ledbury. We're a men's luxury shirt business based here in Richmond, but with a few locations throughout the country and in wholesale and mostly an online business. And we've been around 10 years in Richmond here.
To have this international presence from a place that started in Richmond.
It did, above a French restaurant downstairs in the Slip.
How's that feel?
Anytime you have a business and you get it, from the first day of launch to the first year of business to doing 10 years and to watch that mature and grow and watch people just get excited about what you do. We kind of create something that's like a product that people can wear and interact with. And we take it from a little swatch and then we bring it into a shirt and then we figure out how to sell that shirt and then you run into somebody who's in an airport wearing it you don't know, It's like that feeling doesn't go away, I think, after 10 years.
Do you drink coffee?
I do drink coffee.
What's your routine?
My routine is coffee in the morning, either brewed or Keurig.
But you have to have a cup.
Oh yeah, I gotta have 2 a day.
2?
And I'm like a 90-year-old man. I'm regimented. I'm what was it, 3 o'clock?
Yeah,
my second cup of coffee, I was like, my body might fall apart.
Oh, wow. Where are you from and how did this path get to this city?
I'm originally from Newport News. I'm going to business school, went to Oxford, Everett Business School, and then I graduated the day before Lehman Brothers went down. So I was unemployed with 10,000 other people in London kind of saying, all right, what next? And it was scary time, but it was also a cool sort of opportunity to say if you could do anything, what would it be? And for me, I'd always loved clothes. I grew up in a formal family where Dad wore a tie and a suit every day. So anyway, when I didn't have a finance job, it was if I could do anything, what would it be? And it was the clothing business. And so grabbed a very good friend of mine from business school. He's from New Orleans. We said, where should we go? My sister was living here at the time. I visited her. Paul, who's also my business partner, same name. We were both God, it's such an interesting thing that's going on here. It's a beautiful, old, historic city with, kind of this new sort of hip, young, progressive vibe to it. It was 10 years ago, almost to the day. So yeah, we've loved it. This is a perfect place to go home.
Why this spot on Broad?
For us, a lot of our identity and a lot of our sort of part of the community was here downtown. It was that's where we want to be. And if you look at this area, I've always loved it. If you look at Broad Street and the historic hub of retail in Richmond.
Real quick, Paul knows being an entrepreneur is tough. You got to prepare for the ups and the downs and manage your resources. But a business account with Chesapeake Bank makes it easy to manage the peaks and the valleys. Visit chessbank.com/CWS to learn more. Chesapeake Bank, member FDIC. Okay, now back to the coffee. Let's talk about how you live Richmond.
Yeah.
You live in the city.
So I live in the Fan.
Okay.
So my wife and I were in Churchill for 3 years, and then we moved back to the Fan about 3 years ago.
Why did you all choose the Fan?
For us, we were just starting to have kids and do things like that. And every time I have people come in from all over the country, we have investors from all over the world that come in. They're like, you can walk to all these different places, and that's not a big box retailer or a chain on the corner. No, that's
Just local. What are some things in Richmond and you're they don't get love and I don't understand?
When I escape right now, I've been going over to work in Manchester, and there's 2 things that I love about Manchester right now. One is crossing the river. Just because you get to see the river and you get to I guarantee that there's a large portion of our population that doesn't interact with the river. And then this whole other lively neighborhood over there and just the promise of what can happen. There's already great things that are going on over there. I think what's cool is we live in this small town where we think us that are in it are oh, we know everything about it, but yet we're discovering things all the time, which is great.
Name the last 3 places you ate.
La Possum, recently for my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dita recently. Stella's and Can and Jasper for a cocktail every once in a while.
What do you hate about Richmond right now? What do you love about Richmond right now?
Hate is
strong word.
Well, that's with our daughter. We're no,
don't use the word.
We don't use the word hate. There's no reason
Sorry,
to use the word
baby,
hate.
don't use that word.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's okay. It's certainly around.
Kelli doesn't need it that way.
No, of course. We talk about it in business all the time. It's not it's not necessarily bad decisions that will sink our business. It's indecision. Just sitting there and being not getting and not moving forward. And I think we need to keep that in mind here.
What are you looking forward to coming up?
Fall here is, I think, always awesome. You see, you've got Fireflower Fork, which is great. The best weekend I feel in Richmond is these 2 weekends in November. In early November, the weather is perfect, the trees are changing, everybody's getting outside, and it's still beautiful.
Do you think you'll leave Richmond?
No, I can't imagine I would. This is home for us. This is home for our business.
Give me your 15-second elevator speech. Richmond is
I think Richmond is like the hidden urban gem right now. I feel like it's this incredible combination of old and new, you know, of like tradition and then also like a progressive movement that's surrounded about like art and culture and music. And I feel like it's a little bit of a hidden secret that like people are starting to shout from the rooftops.
Yeah. To hear the rest of my interview with Paul, check out the Coffee with Strangers podcast in your preferred podcast app. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube and visit coffeewithstrangersrva.com to sign up for the newsletter. Oh, and hit up chestbank.com/CWS to learn more about Chesapeake Bank and all they do in the community. Chesapeake Bank, member FDIC. Okay, see you soon.